Types of GI motility, or you can simply write it GIT motility. GIT motility types. Now, this GIT system, they are not dancing, okay, they are not dancing too much. They are not like our external muscles. They are present inside. We don't know that, okay, GI muscles is moving. We don't know. We know? You don't know, because they are not in our, you can say in our concept. They are not in our will. They are, you can say involuntary. They are basically involuntary. So this GIT motility, which shows the minimal considerable, you can say movement, and that is a two type basically. Okay. Can you name them? Yeah. Have you heard about the peristalsis movement? Yeah. So the one movement which is shown by our GIT system is the peristalsis movement. Peristalsis movement. Got the point? Another type which is also present is called as the segmental type. Segmental type. Okay, segmental type, and one is called as the peristalsis movement. Now you know that you taken a food, a piece of, you can say chicken, you taken inside your oral cavity, mouth, you chew the food mixed thoroughly with the saliva, and then you ingest the food. Whenever it goes to where? It goes to the pharynx area, and in the pharynx area, and there are nerves. There are nerves we will see after the break. Okay, which we'll see after the break. Those nerves are basically a fifth nerve and the ninth cranial nerve. Fifth nerve is present in your posterior aspect of your tongue. Okay, fifth nerve is a trigeminal nerve. Okay, and ninth nerve is tenth nerve actually is a vagus nerve. So basically vagus nerve and your trigeminal nerve, they supply the posterior aspect of the tongue, and the 10th nerve, that's the vagal nerve, they supply the pharyngeal part. Okay, they supply the pharyngeal part. Apart from the pharynx, they supply the esophagus, stomach. Okay. So these foods, whenever foods goes inside, suppose I'm just roughly drawing, I mean, we will have the detailed lecture after the break, but just for your understanding purpose, you just keep in your mind that suppose this is your GIT, okay, this is your GIT, and in this pharynx area, here the food particles come. Now, this is a chewed food particles. Okay, this is a chewed food particle, and this is called as the bolus. So this bolus, whenever they, you can say, they touches this membrane, there is one kind of, you can say, pressure is created here. Okay, pressure is created over the lumen of, or you can say, the lining of GIT, and this pressure, they goes to where? They goes to the smooth muscle, and smooth muscle is present in the which layer? Muscle layer. Very good. So in the muscle layer, there is a signal, you can say, sent to the muscle layer, and smooth muscle layer start, you can say, firing. And whenever they fire, they create a one kind of movement, a wave-like rhythmic contraction, followed by the relaxation, and that is termed as the peristalsis. So here, this will skews, food comes here, then skews. It's a wave-like contraction. It's a wave-like contraction, or you can say, you can draw it here. It's a wave-like. They are making the slow spikes, okay, which we will discuss later. But just for a while, you just keep in your mind that our GIT was the peristalsis movement, and this type of movement is called as the peristalsis movement. Then now, how you are defining the peristalsis? It is a rhythmic contraction followed by the relaxation. Got the point? Now, about the segmental type. This segmental type, okay, this segmental type of GIT motility, it is meant for a very special function. It is meant for the very special function. And this function, okay, this function is studied under the two main heading. The one the one way to define this segmental, you can say, movement is the mixing. It is help in the mixing of the food particles. Okay, it's help in the thorough mixing of the food particles, and that is called as the churning movement. Yeah, in the churning movement. Okay, and through this churning movement, foods are mixed. Okay, so segmental type of movement is basically mixing the food content, okay, properly, and peristalsis movement is, you can say, it's propelling the food particles, okay, to the desired area, Now, after having said all these things, now let's move bit and discuss about what are the function which is done by the peristalsis. The one function which we already understood till now is that it is help in the, you can say, mixing of the content as well as propelling of the content distally to the another part. From the esophagus is sent to the stomach. From here it is went to the duodenal area. Okay, then the rest of the part of the small intestine, then it goes to the large intestine. Fine. And then there will be temporarily it is stored. Got the points? No problem. Now, the another function of the digestive system is that they are also helping in, you can say, it is stimulating the glands to secrete the enzymes. Okay, it is stimulating the gland to secrete the enzymes. No problem. Now in the gastrointestinal tract, what are the organs involved? We discussed already from where to where? From pharynx. Okay, from pharynx to the large intestine. From pharynx to the large intestine, it is present. Okay, this peristalsis movement is present. No problem. Now, and one of the surprising things about this peristalsis movement is that it is not only limited to the digestive system, isn't it? It is, you can say, present while mother is expelling the baby, we can say during the parturition time. There is a uterine contraction, and that uterine contraction is basically what? They are the kind of peristalsis movement. Peristalsis movement is also observed during the lymph circulations. There are different modes of lymph circulation, but one of the mode of lymph circulation is through the peristalsis movement. Okay, so, and uterine contraction also help to you can say travel the sperm faster in the female, you can say, uteric environment. Okay, uteric environment. Fine. So these are some of the, you can say, site where this peristalsis are present. This peristalsis movement are present. No problem. Yeah. Let's move ahead, and you just keep in your mind is the two things. The first thing is that this peristalsis movement is divided again into the two, you can say, category. Just because of their timing, they are divided, and the first one is called as the primary peristalsis. Okay, another one is called as the secondary peristalsis. Okay, peristalsis. I have a bit problem in pronouncing it properly. So the primary peristalsis is basically whenever you swallow the food. The first time you swallow the food, you stimulate those smooth muscles. Okay, and that is referred as the primary peristalsis. Now, once the smooth muscle is, you can say, it is evoked. Okay, once it is evoked, now the next whatever movement is shown by the smooth muscle, they all are called as the secondary peristalsis movement. And intensity wise, it is a more intensified as compared to the primary peristalsis movement. So remember that peristalsis is basically a slow wave like movement. No problem. Yeah. Fine. Okay, now the one way to stimulate this smooth muscle we seen is the mechanical stress putting on the lining of GIT tract. The another one is to induction of hormones. One hormones probably you heard about, that is called as the 5-hydroxytryptamine. Yeah, it's a chemical name. I'm confusing you guys, but it is basically what? It is a serotonin. It is a serotonin. So whenever serotonin will, you can say, stimulate these muscles, these smooth muscles will show the movement, and that movement is, you can say, depicted as a peristalsis movement. Fine. Now we talked about their embryology. Now remember that this gastric peristalsis has been observed in the human fetus as early as 14 weeks. Okay, so this movement is started in the fetus while baby are in the 14th week of their lifespan. We are talking about the intrauterine life. We are talking about the intrauterine life. Intrauterine life. And what is happening here? Here in the 14th week, 14th weeks onward, the peristalsis movement started, okay? And it is more intensified, more observed in the 24th week. Okay, so from 24th week it is more, you can say, stronger. Fine. Now, there are problems. Nothing is going smoothly permanent in our life. The same things happen here also. Sometimes there will be a, you can say, congenital defect. Sometimes the muscles, or you can say the neurons which is involved in these, you can say, regulation of this movement, peristalsis, they are absent, they are not present. Fine. Sometimes there will be a problem in the reflexes, okay. Sometimes there is a, you can say, problem in the smooth muscle contraction. Okay, you probably heard about the IBD. Yeah, IBD stands for the inflammatory bowel syndrome, isn't it? And another one is called as the eclampsia. Another one is called as the, you can say, gastroparesis, isn't it? These are some of the diseases which is, you can say, associated with the motility of GIT, which we will see after the break. So till now, what we studied, we basically discussed about what is meant by the GIT motility. And the simple level layman language, GIT motility is basically a movement which is shown by our GIT tract. Fine. Then we talked about the nervous supply. We've seen that there are two nerve supply. If we talked about the digestive system, the one supply is intrinsic supply, you can say GIT on brain, that is also referred as the little brain and called as the enteric nervous system, okay. And on another hand, there is extrinsic nerve supply which is mediated by basically autonomic nervous supply. Understood? No problem. Then we discussed about the type of motility, GI motility. Basically, the GIT motility is the two type. The one type is called as the peristalsis movement, which is helping in propelling the food particles as well as stimulating the glands to secrete the hormones. The another type is the segmental type. In this movement, we discussed about the churning movement, and what is happening here. Here is a, you can say, mixing of the food with their content thoroughly. No problem. Now, after the break, we will discuss about this nerve supply in detail. Fine. So thank you for having me. Bye. Have a nice day.